weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
I was waiting.
You're not supposed to call this floor. You should talk to patient information. No, sir, I can't.
Do you want to see me, Miss Gonzalez?
Dr. Ryan, about your brother.
Uh-huh.
Somehow people have found out where he is. And when all they can find out from patient information is condition unchanged, they're calling through to the floor. Now, we just can't handle these calls.
No, of course not.
Miss Gonzalez, couldn't you have patient information refer those people to campaign headquarters? I'm sure we can get one of the kids to man the phone over there.
That's a very good idea. How soon can we do it?
Give me an hour and I'll have the phone covered.
1 hour, fine. But don't forget.
Oh, I won't. I wouldn't dare.
How are Mom and Dad this morning?
They're a little better. We talked to Kathleen and Siobhan last night. That helped.
I suppose Kathleen is sure we're all exaggerating and Frank will be up and about in no time.
Siobhan wanted to get on a plane first thing this morning to come and help.
They don't change, do they?
Well, Mother told them to stay where they were and that she'd keep them posted.
Good.
Then this morning, right after breakfast, the district leader came by with State Senator Fine. They were both very worried about Frank, but you could see that what was really on their minds was whether or not Frank would be able to make the campaign.
Sure.
I told them Frank would be fine and to stop worrying.
Listen, Mary, maybe you'd better be careful what you say.
Why?
Because even if the best happens, Frank will still be out of commission for a couple of months. As far as campaigning is concerned, anyway.
There's something going on, Pat, that you don't want to tell me?
No.
Is Frank worse?
He's just the same.
Well, does that mean something bad? Ed said it didn't have to.
It's only that it's still touch and go. We haven't any way of telling which way it's going to come out.
We're not going to let the campaign die because of that. We have to keep it moving, and we're going to. We'll all campaign. You and me and Mother and Dad and Bob. The months of hard work that Frank's put in can't be for nothing.
A couple of days won't matter. You don't have to get everything all stirred up and Mom and Dad out passing leaflets on the street until we know how things are going to be.
Pat Ryan, now you listen to me. Until we know anything else, Frank is going to be just fine. And don't you dare suggest that he won't be. And most especially, don't you dare say anything like that to Mother or Father. Now, I'm going to call headquarters and arrange to get somebody on the phone to tell anybody who calls that the campaign is in full swing and that Frank is going to the city council in November. He is, Pat. He is.
It's one hot week, a reunion.
I never stopped loving you.
A reconnection.
Soulmates do exist. I know because I found mine.
And
I love you.
a confession.
Usher, kiss me.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. This week, 2 big bombshells. First,
I want you.
Star and James get closer.
He loved me.
And she lied to protect him.
John doesn't know that there's a question about the paternity of this baby.
But the truth is out.
Your girlfriend is a liar, and I can prove it.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic.
It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals. Not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great. All the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds.
94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care. Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned to eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to eDiets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit eDiets.com now.
I will not have her, Marshal. That's all there is to it. I don't want her anywhere near my department.
Ed, listen to me now. You don't quite get the picture.
No, I get the picture all right. Dr. Nell Bolac is a spoiled, arrogant, overly aggressive young woman who thinks her project is the only one in the world of any importance.
Okay, I'll admit she's coming on very strong about it, but that's not quite the whole picture.
Now, what am I missing?
She's a Buckminster, pal. You're forgetting that this hospital was heavily endowed by her family. And they've been contributing to Riverside for years. And they've influenced a few other people to do the same.
So we owe it to them to give any member of the family a job who happens to wander in here?
Nell Bolac isn't just any member of the family. She's a highly qualified radiologist. And she's the wife of a medical superstar, Seneca Bolac, whom you may have heard of.
Oh, of course I've heard of him. So let him give her a job.
Well, that would be fine, except that she wants to work here.
Why? Why does she want to force her way in here?
She thinks that you've got the best neurological facilities in the whole country. You should be flattered. She's got tremendous respect for you, old buddy.
Yeah, so she said.
And she's also said that you've got the equipment here that she needs for her research.
Oh, I'd happily supply her with a list of other hospitals with the same equipment and may possibly have openings for a neuroradiologist.
I don't think she'd be interested.
But why? Why this particular hospital?
Well, I'll tell you. I really don't know. She's keeping a lot to herself. All I do know is that she's left her husband and his research project out in the Midwest, and she wants to get back to her own work.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not concerned with her domestic difficulties. Let her look somewhere else.
I've already suggested that. She refused to consider it.
Well, and maybe she's not as dedicated to her work as she claims she is.
Ed, look, I know how you feel. And I don't like to push it, but, well, even if I weren't married to the lady's first cousin, and even if I weren't fond of her personally, I'd still have to ask you to make room for her.
Why?
Because unless you do, she's going to go to her whole family, the Buckminsters and the Carters.
Well, why the Carters?
Well, she's related to them by marriage.
Oh.
She's going to go to both families and raise more hell than any one hospital should ever have to deal with.
Do you honestly think she'd go to those lengths to get on the staff here?
She said she would.
Well, if they know her very well, chances are if I refused her, they'd even congratulate me for it.
I wouldn't count on that. Nell's always been aggressive, yes, but well, not unreasonable. This isn't typical behavior. I think her personal situation must be putting her under a great deal of strain.
So you think I have no choice?
That's the way I see it.
Okay. But if you want me to hire her, you find the money to pay her salary.
No, you find it. I'm sure you'll be glad you did.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Thanks, Ed. Can I tell Dr. Bolac you'd like to see her now?
Is she still here?
She's waiting right outside.
Okay, I'll see her. And I'll try and suppress my desires to tell her what I think of doctors who are politicians and who trade on family connections to get positions they're not entitled to.
I think that would be wise to suppress that desire.
Send her in.
Right away.
Oh, Nick.
Well, if it isn't one of New York's finest. How are you, Bob?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Making progress, I guess. They tell me I'll be better than ever when I get out of this thing.
Yeah, what's the problem?
A slipped disc.
How'd that happen?
Darn if I know. Now, I woke up one night with a pain in my back, and I wound up in this contraption.
Maybe you got it from lifting too many money bags, Nick.
Oh, I wish it was so.
I guess you heard Frank Ryan got hurt here last night.
Yeah, I heard all about it. It's a real tragedy.
I understand he came by to see you yesterday afternoon.
That's right.
What about?
I asked him to come. I was going to offer him a campaign contribution, but he turned it down.
Is that right? Jeez, I wonder why.
Oh, beats me. He didn't say.
What was the meeting really about, Nick?
Just what I said.
I don't buy that.
Well, you don't have to, but that was it.
When'd you call him?
Yesterday morning.
Where?
At his campaign headquarters.
What time?
I don't remember exactly.
Who answered the phone?
I don't know. One of the workers, I guess. Come on, Bob, have a heart. Don't persecute me. I'm a sick man.
Yeah, come on now, Nick. You and I both know Frank would never come over here in the middle of a campaign. Now, why was he here?
I told you why he was here.
Okay, champ, that's the way you want it. Hey, tell me about this. How's this work?
Why?
Well, looks very interesting. It's a pressure principle, isn't it?
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, you just have to maintain just enough pressure to keep that little old disc from slipping again.
Hey, now listen, Reed, I don't know what you're getting at, but I told you why your friend was here. Now, I would appreciate it if you got out of here so I can get some rest.
Not till I'm through.
Now, what are you looking for?
Information about Frank's accident.
I don't know anything about it, Bob. I would tell you if I did.
Okay. Doesn't look like you're going to go anywhere for a while. I can always talk to you later.
Don't waste your time. I don't know anything, and I've had my fill of nosy cops who go around threatening innocent people.
Hey, now, come on, Zabo. You're no innocent victim of police brutality. You've been running a bank for 20 years, and everybody in this town knows it.
No proof of that. No proof at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe nobody's looked hard enough, huh? Now, I'm going to find out what happened to Frank yesterday, and if I find there's any connection between his accident and you, I'm going to come back and shake the truth out of you.
And I don't have anything to worry about, do I? Because you're barking up the wrong tree.
Well,
Are you going home, Dad?
No, I just had to get out of the room for a minute.
Why don't you and Mary go on down to the cafeteria and have some coffee?
No. I want to go back in. It's just lying here. When I think of Frank, I like to think of him moving. Running down the street playing stickball or later football with Bob. Racing down the block to get to college classes on time. Jumping out of a patrol car. Tearing off to law school at night. And campaigning. If there was ever a non-stop campaigner, it was Frank.
He'll be back in it in no time, Dad.
I just like to see him moving. This is hard to accept. Seeing him there in that bed, lying so still.
15 Seconds with Jamie Luner.
My favorite thing to shop for? I love food shopping. I'm a foodie. I love looking at the farmers markets, and I love to cook as well. So I'm not really a stuff kind of things kind of girl.
Catch Jamie Luner and All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. Attention parents and grandparents of young children. Have you received this special notice from Gerber Life? If not, you're urged to call this toll-free number now because Gerber Life is accepting applications for their affordable grow-up plan. It's easy to help your child get off to a good financial start for just pennies a day. Free information will be sent to parents and grandparents who call now. Or you can apply right now over the phone if you'd like. The Grow Up Plan gives your child $10,000 in whole life insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Later on, your child can buy more, up to $100,000 in total protection, regardless of their health or job, 10 times the original amount. The Grow Up Plan also builds cash value over time that you can borrow from later. Help give your child a head start for just pennies a day. Don't wait. Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-273-3163. Help give your child the financial head start they deserve. Call now for your free information.
On General Hospital.
What are you hiding from me?
One woman's secrets
I don't want Sonny to find out I was pregnant.
become this woman's obsession.
These secrets, they're gonna take you down. I don't want to talk about the baby, okay?
General Hospital.
Being a mother can be very rewarding.
Motherhood changes everything.
I fully believe in mother's intuition.
I know when my baby just needs some mother love.
One step at a time. That's what parenthood is, and motherhood especially.
The View, weekdays only on ABC.
Well, I'm glad you left these with me, Dr. Bolac. Now that I've had a chance to look them over, I realize you have more qualifications than I thought.
I was sure you would.
As I told you, I have no opening in the department. But what I propose to do is create a new position, which will enable you to spend as much time in radiology as neurology. Would that be satisfactory?
Quite satisfactory, thank you.
I'm aware, however, that the humble position I'm offering you may prove less than what you had in mind, in which case I'm sure you'll take your family and other connections to obtain a grander and more desirable post elsewhere.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm sure that the Riverside Hospital isn't the only one that the Buckminster Carter Coalition has supported. I'm very sorry if I've hurt your feelings.
No, Dr. Coleridge. You haven't hurt my feelings. You've made me very angry. I don't need to be lectured to or condescended to or put in my place. I've had more than enough of overbearing men, having been married to one for many years.
You had the audacity to come here and throw your weight around, walk all over me, force me to create a new position for you at a moment's notice. And then you have the nerve to call me overbearing. I find that quite incredible.
And obviously highly threatening.
Not threatening. Arrogant.
Well, I regret that, Dr. Coleridge. Not from a personal standpoint. I don't care what you think about me. But I do care about your attitude toward my work. I trust you'll be able to rise above your feelings.
I'll respect your work if it warrants respect. But once you become a member of my staff, don't expect your family connections to provide any special privileges or special consideration from me.
The only privilege I'm asking is that I be allowed to proceed with my research as I see fit. And the only consideration I ask is that I be given the same respect that you'd give any other person with my qualifications.
And I assume that I can expect the same in return?
Precisely.
Well, then I think I better add that there are no stars in our research department here. Everyone does their own work, but no one job is any more important than any other. Can you live with a situation like that?
All I'm interested in is getting back to the work I've been trained in, that I'm competent in, and that gives me tremendous satisfaction. So, if you don't mind, perhaps you can spare me the moral lectures and start filling me in on the jobs you expect me to perform.
I'll be happy to do that, but not today. If you report tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'll have someone help you get settled. Good day.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Jason Morgan. Nicole Lachelle Alvarez posted on Facebook, "I love Jason." Candace Prophet says, "How I love you. Let me count the ways." Linda Lair Cox says, "Hot, hot, hot. Who doesn't love bad boys?" And Melissa Russell Gray adds, "My absolute favorite character ever. What a sexy man." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Can you read my number?
Attention those on Medicare with diabetes. You may be eligible for an upgraded meter.
I am tired of stabbing my fingertips to test my blood glucose. There has got to be a better way.
If you're on Medicare with diabetes, then you need to know there's a new method for checking your blood glucose. You don't need to stab your fingertips anymore. This new Embrace meter is easier to use and nearly painless. And the best news is that Diabetes Care Club will send you one of these new meters.
This new method hurts less, and I don't have to stab my fingertips anymore.
Not only can I see my number, I can hear it too.
Your blood glucose reading is 89.
There's my number.
Find out why nearly 250,000 patients have joined Diabetes Care Club.
Call Diabetes Care Club.
Shipping is free, and so is the call.
Call 1-800-938-0226.
I'm glad I did.
She's been a friend, the mother of your children, a soulmate. Isn't it time to let that special someone know exactly how you feel? Give her the gift she always wanted. Give her a polio vaccine.
It's perfect.
Whatever cause you're passionate about, give it as a gift at changingthepresent.org.
Go to SoapNet.com to sign up for the weekly SoapNet newsletter, the source for all the latest soap news. Enjoy a weekly email with links to photo galleries of your favorite stars, cast comings and goings, storyline sneak peeks, fun quizzes, and the scoop on special events. Sign up now at SoapNet.com. Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On One Life to Live, 2 soap favorites are saying so long, and 2 more are saying hello.
You're right.
Terrell Tilford and Jason Tam are leaving Landview.
Take care of yourself.
While Dan Gauthier is returning as Kevin Buchanan.
What a surprise!
And Melissa Fumero is back as Adriana Kramer.
I will be back before you know it.
Also, you know her as Ariana from Days of Our Lives, but now Lindsay Hartley's moving on up to Pine Valley.
Can I come in?
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Sammy shot EJ, didn't she?
Nicole knows Sammy's guilty, and she's got the taped confession to prove it. Now, how far will Sammy go to keep Nicole quiet?
I think she's dead.
Watch Days of Our Lives, weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
page Dr. Carter for me, please?
I'll try.
Hi, Bob.
Hey. What was that all about?
Dan says things are pretty gloomy down at headquarters. I was trying to encourage him a little.
Any change in Frank's condition?
Well, it's too soon for any change, really. Tomorrow, probably.
Sure. Did you get any sleep last night?
Yeah, a little. How about you?
Not too much. Want to go outside for a while, maybe, and take a little walk with me?
Oh, thanks, but I think I should stay here.
Yeah, okay. Where's your folks?
Well, Mother's at home, and Dad's in Frank's room. They're taking turns. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been hanging around here trying to get some information.
Well, about what?
Trying to find out what Frank was doing here yesterday.
Any luck?
Not too much. I did find out he came over here to see Zabo during the afternoon.
What for?
I don't know. Zabo gave me some cock and bull story about sending an invitation to Frank. Said he wanted to offer him a campaign contribution.
Yeah, in exchange for what?
I don't know. I didn't ask him because I don't believe him. I mean, Mary, you and I know that Frank would never come over here during the middle of a campaign to see Zabo. Not unless it was very important. Certainly not for a campaign contribution.
Well, of course not.
What I can't figure out is what he was doing with that $6,500 on him.
Oh, hey, now, wait a minute. You weren't saying you think he got it from Zabo.
No, I don't know where he got it. I don't know why it's missing. I want to find out before a lot of cops and reporters come over here asking questions.
Well, why? No one would ever suspect Frank of doing anything dishonest.
Mary, if anybody suspects any relationship between Zabo and Frank, they're going to get very suspicious. Everybody thinks the worst of a cop and a politician.
But Frank will explain it. Just as soon as he comes to, he'll clear up everything.
I hope so. Maybe so.
What is the matter with everybody?
What do you mean?
Everyone is so down and negative and pessimistic. It's driving me up a wall.
Mary, his condition hasn't improved at all.
It's because it's too soon. He hasn't regained consciousness because he fell on his head. He got a fractured skull and he hurt his neck. Yeah. He's been out of surgery for less than 12 hours.
Yeah, okay, all that's true, but these are very serious injuries you're talking about.
I know they're serious injuries, but that doesn't mean he won't recover. And he's strong, he's healthy, he's getting the best care in the world.
Yeah, that's true enough, I guess.
He'll come to, and he'll get well, and he'll continue to campaign and win the election in November.
God, I hope so.
Oh, you will, Bob. You know he will. You of all people shouldn't doubt that.
All right. That's what we tell him, huh?
The best thing we can do for Frank right now is just to have faith that he'll get well. Keep the campaign running and not let ourselves or anybody else get discouraged.
Okay, that's what we do. But I want you to know, Mary, deep down inside, I'm just as scared as you are.
The residents of Genoa City work hard and play even harder. Catch all of the boardroom matchups and bedroom hookups on an all-new episode of The Young and the Restless. Weeknights at 7, only on SoapNet.